So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm actually going to be doing something a little different than I normally do. I'm going to try to make this a habit of doing these breakdowns. I don't really have a specific name in mind just yet or what I'm going to call it, but it's basically going to be breaking down lighting, going to be breaking down camera angles and whatever else in the video. I wanted to do Pennywise by Ant and MV3D because that's probably my favorite video. It's pretty trippy. I love trippy dark stuff, so let's get right into it. So really quick, if you know anything about Pennywise, you know that Georgie was the little boy. We actually had a little boy play the perfect role in this, so that's kind of what we went. That's kind of why we went with this shot. And then here, basically what I did was After Effects tracking, and I tracked the balloons, and then I just added text to it. I figured it'd be a little bit different. I just want to try something different with that, So this shot right here is actually, I have a guy holding a light and he's following Ant to kind of give that light here. All the rest of the light is just street light. I figured it gave it a good look. All right, so let's break this down. Basically, this is just the same thing as the text that was on the balloon. This is just After Effects. I just tracked the position there, put text there. Once again, I thought it'd be something a little bit different. I never really did that. So it kind of adds a little bit to the video, you know?
Get inside, and I show you magic like Pennywise. And I know some niggas tell plenty lies. See, I don't know how y'all just let it slide.
So with this right here, basically, the idea was for MV3D to be kind of like the bad guy, quote unquote. And basically he's transferring his energy into Ant and turning him into a bad guy. So I guess you could say MV3D was Pennywise. I don't know. But anyway, what I did was to symbolize that, I kind of just changed his eyes, of course, to make him look like he's evil now. So
yeah, just get inside. I came from the gutter like Pennywise. And I know some niggas that's really slime. And I know some niggas who really ride. Georgie catch me chasing this paper. It's human nature, no clown.
So this scene right here is actually lit. I believe it was with one red LED. I don't think I used two. I think I used one. But anyway, I just have one red LED to the right. And then I have the three little balloons in the back, of course, symbolizing the it, which is always balloons. So we had to have a red balloon. So
in this paper, it's human nature, no clowning. I've been slaving.
So again, I hate to keep stopping, guys, but there's a lot to this video. So this whole area here is actually a storage container. Believe it or not, it's a storage unit. I can't remember how much you can rent these for, but it's actually a dope idea if you go and rent a storage unit to make a set. We didn't go crazy, but I thought it was pretty awesome. So I have a light in the back, a blue light in the corner. I set that on the floor, and then I have two red lights on the left and right to kind of light the subject. And then we just basically had balloons and had weights tied to the bottom of them to kind of float, you know, in between, you know, and MV3D to kind of give it a feel. I wouldn't use a storage unit if it's freezing cold or if it's super hot. That's the only bad thing about that.
Don't do no favors, I'm it. Tell me who is greater. Moves major. You not saved by the bell. I'm cold as AC Slater, nigga.
So that right there was basically just the zoom in scale from not After Effects, from Adobe Premiere.
Pennywise, I've been 100.
This shot right here, I thought it was pretty cool to shoot behind the fence. Shooting behind the fence always seems to be like a dope shot. So I decided to shoot behind the fence. He plays the perfect role anyway, so he's just being trippy or whatever. So I told him just be trippy, be weird. And I set a green light up to the right, just one to kind of cast some shadows, give it a little more character, make it look a little more dark. So
as a single, no equal, no sequel. I'm the shit that's equals Mel Gibson, I'm lethal. Masterpiece on the easel. Dewey's Allen, I'm dope. I got lines but a kilo. Been the bully, check the credits. That was always been evil. Came from the gutter, that's old news. Kill a nigga, they need Blues Clues.
So these shots right here consist of, it's the same location, of course, but it's just different angles. I usually like to shoot 2 or 3 different angles in one spot, and sometimes I might use them all, sometimes I won't, but it just kind of adds character, you know what I'm saying? You usually want at least 2, maybe a wide and a close, vice versa, you know, whatever you prefer.
kill a nigga, they need Blues Clues. Moonwalking in your dad's shoes. I'm a bad motherfucker with no rules. Woo! Pop your bubble, your balloon. You a hitting no shit. Whoa, I've been working on my fitness. How big can I get?
Alright, so this shot right here, once again, I had to make it real trippy. I just had them sit in the corner. I think I had another red light in this. Once again, I can't remember. This was a while ago when I shot this video. But, so I have a red light somewhere placed in there and a blue light placed in there just to kind of give you that effect. I don't know why I went with that. I just thought it looked good, so.
Leave a nigga in the dirt, let a nigga meet the earth, let a nigga ride the hearse, you taking shots with a nerf, G since birth, Dre, I told you I ain't playing, this shit is for the taking, race with the jailers, no more time that I'm wasting, only.
So this shot right here, basically all I did was I took one of those shots I had, which is some B-roll of him kind of like tripping out, being weird, and then I took the actual performance scene and I moved it over to the left and I kind of feathered him into that shot, basically.
Wasting only me that I'm facing.
Get inside and I show you magic like Pennywise. And I know some niggas tell plenty lies. See, I don't know how y'all.
And then we had Georgie here, and I had MV3D kind of just play the role of Pennywise almost.
Just let it slide. Yeah. Just get inside. I came from the gutter like Pennywise. And I know some niggas that's really slime. And I know some niggas who really ride. Yeah. Get inside, and I show you magic like Pennywise. And I know some niggas tell plenty lies. See, I don't know how y'all just let it slide. Yeah, just get inside. I came from the gutter like Pennywise. And I know some niggas that's really slime. And I know some niggas who really.
One tip I will say, when you're filming, my personal preference is have a lot of B-roll. The B-roll kind of carries the video. If you don't have a lot going on in your video, try to plan to have more B-roll, because B-roll will kind of, like I said, it'll carry the video. It'll make it more interesting if you think it's boring. I'm not saying this video is boring, but you go for the B-roll for the safe side. And that's kind of what I did here. I went with a lot of B-roll to kind of fit the video.
Right, yeah. Just get inside. I came from the bottom like Pennywise. Red balloons and boats for your pretty eyes. Little hoe, and I know she a pretty lie. Nigga, I know the facts. This is bigger than rapping. I'm back in attack mode. Nigga, I know that they whack. See, I can make magic pull tricks out my hat hoe while I'm bumping that Astro. See, I went from a sick, go straight to an asshole. Got shit off my chest and told her to leave all that shit back in the past. Really the artist, I went from a monster.
So this shot right here is basically the same shot, but all I did was I layered the same shot. I duplicated it, I layered it, and then the one on top, basically I scaled it a little bit bigger, and then I changed the opacity to about 50. And that's how you get this kind of like trippy effect.
From a monster to a savage to heartless. I say what I say, get no fuck about your conscience. I say what I say to keep all of you honest. Fuck being modest. You want the hardest and found what my squad is. That's common knowledge. School of hard knocks. I've been a scholar. Dropped out of school and then mastered the hardship. So it ain't.
That shot there, believe it or not, I actually reversed this shot. So this wasn't like this, but I reversed it. Did it by accident, and I was like, yo, that's dope.
I'm a prophet, pay for my thoughts like I am a fountain. Money I'm drowning, float like a diamond, float like I'm island, float like I'm highly regarded as one of the godless. Shots on my side piece, better speak wisely. I'm with my bros like the Isleys, and a bad bitch look like Ivory. Took my whole team to an island, puffin' that Marley. Clouds when I talk like a comic. I never needed co-Simon, I live without rhyming. That's what my mind is. Get inside, and I show you magic like Pennywise. And I know some niggas tell plenty lies. See, I don't know how y'all just let it slide. Yeah. Just get inside. I came from the gutter like
Also, one more thing I want to throw in there is you can probably tell which shots are stabilized and which shots aren't. It's kind of done on purpose. I advise you to sometimes maybe switch it up. You know, some people like gimbal stuff, some people like handheld stuff. I like both, so I try to combine both. I don't try to go all gimbal or all handheld. So with this here, of course, you can tell some shots are stable, and then the shots where they're laying on the floor, I kind of had that. It was more shaky, handheld, zooming in and out, just to kind of give it a trippy effect once again. Because I don't feel like if it's, I feel like if it's trippy and it's dark, it doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And I know some niggas tell plenty lies. See, I don't know how y'all just let it slide. Yeah. Just get inside. I came from the gutter like Pennywise. And I know some niggas that's really slime. And I know some niggas who really ride.
I kind of had actually, I didn't even tell him to do that. Ant just started eating paper, and I was like, yo, keep doing that, keep doing that.
Niggas who really ride, yeah.
Here, basically, I did that same thing where I layered the footage, but with this one, all I did was, once I duplicated it and I layered it, I slid it over just a hair so that one, well, I did change the opacity too just a little bit, but then I slid it over just a little bit so that one will play a little bit faster than the other, and once again give you this trippy effect. And then I just toned the audio down, and then I added some like a little girl laughing. I thought it was trippy, so.
Pennywise, and I know some niggas tell plenty lies. See, I don't know how y'all just let it slide. Yeah, just get inside. I came from the gutter like Pennywise, and I know some niggas that's really slime, and I know some niggas who really ride. Yeah.
Same thing there. Said the same thing there with that effect. And then I just ended it off with basically a still shot of the boat, which symbolizes a lot. You know, if you watch it once again, you know that the boat is like the main thing, you know. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, it's always shot on the GH5S 1080p 10-bit at 200 megabytes per second. I shoot almost everything in 10-bit only because the color just looks so much better. Editing is so much easier for me in 10-bit, so that's just why I do that. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video breakdown on Pennywise by Ant and MV3D. If there's any other videos that I have that you want to see a breakdown on, be sure to let me know. Comment down below what you think about this video and whatever else you want to see. And make sure you hit that like button. Believe it or not, that like button helps me a lot. So go ahead, click like if you like this video, and we out. Peace.